beautiful blind beauty.
Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. What we're going to do today is we are going to talk about our Sunday superstars. These are the items that I have absolutely been loving. So, we're going to talk about some of my favorite beauty products as well as non-beauty products. And the non-beauty, I've got different items media-wise included in those. And we'll jump right on into those real quick. So, one thing I have been loving lately has been scary movies. I don't know if you saw my recent video, my recent Get Ready With Me that I did, but I made a reference to Nightmare on Elm Street 4. That's absolutely one of my favorite genres of movies. Slasher films, especially 90s, slasher. Freddy, Jason, Chucky, Ghostface, Michael Myers, I love all them. So, let me know if you're a horror fan down below as well, and if you are, what's your favorite scary movie? And I don't mean to quote Scream, but yeah, what is your favorite scary movie? Because any big horror fan usually has at least 1, 2, 5, 10 scary movies. And I am looking for scary movies to watch in this upcoming month, because October is more of a Halloween, scary, spooky type thing. So, I do look for new scary movies to watch instead of watching the same old, same old. Well, I've already kicked that off, and this is a favorite for me. And my nose is itchy, so you may see me scratching my nose from time to time. But, Evolver. Now, I'll admit, it's not the most visually impaired friendly movie, because you can't always tell exactly what's happening with it. But it is a great movie about a robot that is meant to be a toy, and it evolves from this basic robot shooting like little balls or something at people, because they're playing this game of war type thing. It evolves from something that's shooting those up to something that can use anything as a weapon and do all sorts of torture and torment and everything. It really is a good movie. So my sister told me about that a while back, and I hadn't watched it until now. But it is a good, really good movie. So if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend you checking that out. And then another major favorite that I honestly had forgotten that I liked it so well, but I do. That's Chopping Mall. I hadn't seen that in years, and I do mean years, probably since I was in my late teens, early 20s, if even then. It might have been since I was mid-teens. But it's been that long since I've seen the movie that I remember. But that is a great movie, too, about killer robots that basically are security guards in a mall. I mean, if you haven't seen that, I'll link both of those movies down below, because I found them right here on YouTube. Now, I can't guarantee that they'll still be there with copyright laws and with how they take things down quite a bit, but I will link it down below. And then, whenever I go to sleep at night, I tend to listen to something just to help shut my mind off, really just help me relax and calm down a little bit. And whenever I do that, I tend to go to a podcast, or I'll turn on another YouTube channel that I love. Either one of those two, or a radio station. Usually it's one of three. I either turn on Horror Theater, which is old-time radio for those that are in their 60s, 70s, 50s maybe. Who knows? But, because these are really old shows. Shows like Lights Out, The Mysterious Traveler, The Hermit's Cave, all those type of shows are on Horror Theater, and they are awesome, absolutely awesome stories on there that you can really, being a visually impaired person, I tend to be more in tune to being able to picture things in my mind, so I can easily turn that on, lay back, and listen to it, and be able to picture what's going on. Now, if you do like that kind of thing, I also recommend Chilling Tales for Dark Nights, because they do have some spooky stories as well. They're not as dramatic or whatever as the old-time radio, but they are still great stories with some very talented voice actors, really. So I highly recommend you check them out. They do have a YouTube channel, and that's the primary way that I know to listen to their show. So I'll leave that down below. And my absolute favorite, and I don't mean just this past week, because all these are not just this past week. It's more of a Halloween, type theme. But my absolute favorite scary story podcast. I'm not a season pass member, mind you, where I do, $15 a season or whatever. That's about what it is. But I do love this podcast, and it is the No Sleep podcast. If you don't know what that is, they usually have anywhere from 1, depending on how long it is, to 4. I think I've heard as many as 4 in the normal version. Now, whenever they do a special, like Halloween time, Christmas time, whatever, sometimes they will do a special, and in that special you get more than that, or longer episodes. Usually their average episode is about an hour, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But they're really good, scary stories. I mean, last 2 weeks, they have had me, usually I can turn that on, close my eyes, and just picture it and still go to sleep. Now granted, some people say, oh, then that's not that great if you can do that. Well, I'm basically going into a dream of that show is what happens. So, but, their stories last week and this week have been really amazing. This one that came out today, the very first story is, it's about an elevator, people trapped in an elevator, so I won't give any spoilers away, but yeah, you need to check that episode out. I will leave the No Sleep podcast website down below where you can check them out. And then, I thought that I'd start something this week, and let me know what you think of this idea, because, I'm not saying that these are I'm saying what I'm about to mention are some of the favorites I have had this past week. Now, there are so many beauty YouTubers out there that it's impossible to mention every single one. And for me, I tend to go, whenever I watch videos, I tend to go more drugstore related. I don't watch much high-end makeup stuff. Unless I'm looking for an idea or something like that for a video, then that's different. But I thought I'd mention a few YouTubers that I have been absolutely loving their videos this past week. Now, I tend to have one day I set aside to watch videos, YouTube videos, because I stay pretty busy trying to come up with content for this channel. So that is pretty much a full-time job for me, if not full-time plus overtime. So, but, I thought I'd mention some of my favorites that I do watch, and I'm going to be looking down at my list here, because I have made a list of favorites here. Now, one of the videos I watched recently, and I do like it, all these YouTubers I'm going to mention have had really good videos this past week. And in all, because I have checked out their channel pretty heavy, have great content on their channel. So that's why they're getting a mention here, just because they are pretty awesome. So, and forgive me if I mispronounce any names, but I'm doing the best I can here. Paradis, Paradis. She has some really good videos. And then Gallagher, that is her name. She has a YouTube channel that she does a lot of really good videos. Recently, I am working on figuring out like beauty for aging skin. That video I'm hoping to have done for Thursday's tutorial. So it's going to be beauty for aging skin, and I've learned a lot from watching Gallagher. And then Lizzy Morris MUA, she is really talented. You know, I've watched some of her videos. I watched her. There's so many good things that all these people do that it's hard to pick out just one video. But as told by Jenny, she has some really good content too. And then here's one that is, all these people that I've mentioned are fairly smaller YouTubers that have either just recently started or they're still trying to get built up there. Now, Gallagher, she has over 1,000, but the other ones, they have less than 1,000 people. So, and the other one that I really like, and she's a huge supporter here on this channel, and that is Miranda Wrights. I wanted to make sure I had her name right here. But Miranda is very talented. She's done some vlogs lately, and she did a review that is really good on Found Cosmetics, so I'll link that video down below for you as well. And then some of the bigger YouTubers that I've been loving is Zabrena. Zabrena has a series where I forget what the name of it is right now. I consider it a brain fart, as I call it, because I can't remember the name of it. But she has a deal on Fridays where she does budget-friendly makeup. Whether it's tutorials, reviews, ideas, whatever. She does that on Fridays, and she's really good. And then another one that I've been loving a lot lately is Bailey B. So she's a really good YouTuber as well, so I'll link them down below as well. Now we're going to jump on in here and get started on the actual beauty products that I can show you and give you mini reviews. If you want mini reviews in the future, let me know in the comments down below as well. What, you know, whether you want mini reviews or whether you want me to just show the products and whoop, move on. And some of these, if you want a full-on review, please let me know, because I'm happy to do that as well. Now, we're going to talk, I'm basically going to be jumping all around in this video. I have a bin here in front of me. Well, not a bin, but that's what I'm going to call it. A little plastic container that I put my favorites in for the week. So we're going to talk skincare, we're going to talk makeup, you know. Only thing I'm not really talking about, I don't have anything hair-wise in here, but that's it. So, but we'll jump on in with some skincare first. And I've got a few skincare products actually. Hopefully, yeah, this is it right here. Okay, this is the Equate Polished and Radiant Facial Scrub, Mandarin and Pink Lemon Facial Scrub. Now this has really fine exfoliation to it. It's not your real heavy duty stuff. This is compared to the St. Ives Even and Bright Pink Lemon and Mandarin Orange Scrub. Now this is really good. I love the Equate brand because it is a little cheaper than St. Ives, but I like the St. Ives as well. So, any of the facial scrubs from St. Ives or Equate version of them are really good for exfoliating. Now this here, you know, it doesn't hurt me if I use it even daily, but I try not to scrub my face every single day, even though this is a more gentle exfoliation. So that is a really good one. And then we'll talk moisturizer slash primer, because this is a moisturizer, primer, and mask all in one. And this is the In Transit Camera Close-Up right here. Now you may have seen this in my recent Project Empties video, but this is a really decent product here, and it doesn't seem to add oiliness to my skin, which is great. Now what I tend to do is I'll do this here, the scrub, and then what I usually do right after the scrub, about 2-3 times a week, I'll follow it up with another treatment type thing. Because before you do a mask or something like that, you want your pores to really be open to accept that mask. At least in my opinion. So I'll use this polished and bright, or polished and radiant facial scrub to open up my pores and really get them open using hot water, because if you use cold water, that helps close up your pores. So I start out with this. Then I have this past week been using Mint Julep Mask by Queen Helene. Now this here I ordered it off of Amazon. I'm not quite sure if I got a bad one or not, but it's kind of separated already from the side, if you can see that. I don't know if this is supposed to be really creamy or not, but I mean, it works. I like it, you know, and it doesn't have an expiration date that I found, or else, you know, but I just got this recently. If you saw an unboxing recently, you saw this in there, so I really do enjoy this, and it helps wake up my skin, as well as it tightens up my pores. But then whenever I rinse it off, that's whenever I go in with the camera close-up this past week. Now I do change up my skincare regularly, like my daily skincare. I change that up here and there just so that my skin doesn't get used to one thing, really. But I do have certain products that I do try to use on a nightly basis as well. And then we're going to jump in here to, well, here's one more product. This is the Age Defy Dark Circle and Puffiness Serum. You can find this at the Dollar Tree. And this actually does help, but it really helps if you keep it in the refrigerator. You know, you're drinking your coffee in the morning, you really didn't sleep, so, you know, you need something to help get that puffiness out. Well, what you do is you keep this in the fridge, and then it has this little ball here, if you can see that. It has a little ball that gives clear liquid. It's a serum, and it really is good stuff. It just adds a little bit of hydration, and the coolingness of it being in the refrigerator really adds to it working for me. So I do love that. And then I love this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I have the shade Buff Bisque. I probably need to get a little darker shade, honestly. But this right here, it can be very messy. It has a little paddle right there. A little paddle that I use to put it on my skin. If you saw my recent Get Ready With Me, I believe that I used this here in that video. I mean, for anyone that has oilier skin, get this stuff. Seriously, get it. I did a test this past Wednesday on this where I was outside working. I was doing a bunch of stuff outside. I had this on my skin. I was sweating. It was 100 and something degrees outside. You know, and I was out there for a while, a couple of hours at least. And this stuff did not budge. It did not budge. My concealer, it did. I used the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, which is a great concealer, but it still started creasing on me a little bit. And I didn't heavily powder this. You don't, that's just it. I have more oily skin, especially in the T-zone area. But this here really didn't get that oily. I could be sweating even, and I would dab a paper towel. I took a paper towel and dabbed my face lightly. Barely anything came off on that paper towel. That's how good this foundation is. So if you have oily skin, I highly recommend the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Like I said, I'm in Buff Bisque. For reference, if you use the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in 220, that's what supposedly matches this here. So, yeah, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, y'all have heard me talk about that before. It really is a decent concealer. And then another thing I love, and this works, I've got it in my eye now. Most of this, actually all this stuff I'm mentioning, I have on my face right now. That I'm mentioning right now. This is the Rimmel Scandalize Nude Liner. I mostly rubbed off the thing there. But this is just a nudie colored liner. And I put it in my waterline just to help brighten up the eyes a little bit. Because whenever you're tired and everything, you need a nudie eyeliner. So I highly recommend that. And then this right here is something that I've had for a while, but I haven't really been using. Whoops! And it just popped out right in the center. Very, very interesting. Yeah, just went on my outfit here. So, but it is the Ofra. Woo! I'm throwing powder. Throwing powder. Yeah, but it is the Ofra pressed powder oil control. You can tell it's just kind of crumbling now. But I did use this on my T-zone that Wednesday as well. And it really does seem to work. This could be partly why that Wet n Wild didn't transfer whenever I used a paper towel. Because I did powder my T-zone lightly with this. But the Wet n Wild, the test also was like on my cheeks and down here on my chin. It still didn't come off on those areas. So, you know, and on the upper lip, I really didn't powder the upper lip with this either. But everything still stayed in place, you know. So that is a really good foundation. And this here, it's a little pricey, I believe. If I can find the information for it, I'll link it down below. This was something I believe I got in a BoxyCharm or something like that. So, but yeah, again, it is called the Ofra Pressed Powder Oil Control. It's solid white, you know. I mean, you can tell, not translucent at all. I just did a swatch there. But I do have it on my face today. But it still does help take away shine. That's what I like about it. So, and it's easier to carry in my purse than a loose powder. So, if you need something to carry in your purse, either this or the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. Either one of them. The Matte and Poreless, I believe, is cheaper than that, though. So, I really suggest that. And then in my recent hacks video that went up Friday, I believe, I used the Mentha Lip Tint. Now, it says here, number 1642, I believe it's Plum, the Plum shade. Now, you can't find this on bathandbodyworks.com anymore, but I'm just talking about this just for the sheer, in general, these are good, because I've had the other kinds too in the past, but, you know, these are really good for a quick lip gloss that, to me, has a refreshing feel, because it has a minty feel to the lips. If you don't like that kind of feel, then don't mess with this here. But this is really good stuff. Now, it is rather sticky, though. That's what I don't like about this. But it adds a lot of shine. Like, if I wanted to put on another favorite here, the Romantic Rose, like I used in my recent videos, you know, I could use that and then put this on top, even. But this here is a great little lip balm type thing. 100% natural mint, it says here. So, if you like the minty feeling on your lips and you have a chance to get to Bath & Body Works or order Bath & Body Works online, it really does a great job. And I love the smell of mint. That's one thing you might have noticed with the mint julep mask. It has the cooling, refreshing feel of mint too. I really do think that has a great feel to it. And then another lip product that I have on my lips right now, and I'm actually going to add a little bit more here, possibly. But this is the AOA Studio Wonder Metal, I believe, in Cyber. It's well, let me swatch it here and I'll show you. To me, it's almost a brighter copper shade to me, but for those that don't have, or that have better vision, you might be able to tell what shade that is more. But like I said, it's what I have on my lip, and that's I just kind of rubbed it in, and that's what it looks like right there. You know, it looks like a brighter penny shade to me. But it has a really smooth feel going on. I'm going to put a little bit in the center here. Just because once it dries down, it does get rather uncomfortable sometimes. But going on, it has this real slick, slippery feel. But once it dries down, if your lips aren't well moisturized, I didn't well moisturize mine today, so that's partly why, you know, all I did before I did this today is the e.l.f. lip exfoliator rather, in mint. Yeah, you can tell I love mint. Mint, 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 mint. But we'll jump on in here here in a second after I finish talking about this. But this here is only $1 on shopmissa.com. ShopMissa has some great products. You know, eventually whenever I have the ability, you know, the finances to do it, I plan on doing a fairly large haul from there and trying out several more products, whether it's AOA Studio or Clean Color, C'est La Vie, LA Colors is on there, Santee, MUA, you know, all sorts of brands are on there. So I'll leave that link down below as well, you know, to where you can check them out. And then what I have on my eyes right now, and this is not something I typically do, wearing this bright colored eyeshadow or gold or sparkly eyeshadow with a bold metal lip, but this is the Amber Rush shadow from L'Oreal Infallible. Now this is a great shadow for a quick look. This is pretty much what I've been doing this week. It hasn't been full on glam, it hasn't been crazy, you know, look. It has been more subtle, more well, I can't say natural because of the lip, but you know, more neutral type look. So, and those that have been with my channel for very long, you know that that's a great, absolutely great eyeshadow that I absolutely love. And then this here is the Forever Nude Sculpt and Glow palette by BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics is a great company. You know, I haven't tried a whole lot from them, but this is one thing I love. It has a banana yellow color up here. I'll do a quick swatchy. A banana color. Then you've got this pinky highlight, and you can tell that I absolutely love this thing. I just haven't used it a whole lot because I've been working on other stuff. Then you have this rosy toned blush, almost kind of like Luminoso to me. Then you got this warmer bronzer shade. That's what I use it for, at least. But there's no shimmer to the bronzer here. So, swatch some of these out here. And then I'll show you the contour shade. That's the only thing I haven't shown here. And that is that right there. It's a deeper contour. Now this one that I have is meant for medium to deep skin. Now they do have light to medium, pardon me. They do have a medium to deep as well. That's what the swatches look like here. At the bottom is the banana shade. Now you wouldn't put these on this heavy of a color. Then you've got the pinky highlight with shimmer. That does have shimmer. Now the blush, it also has a little bit of shimmer, but not like over the top shimmer to me. Then next to that, right above that, is the bronzer shade, and you know, that's a real pretty color too, but it's a lighter tone. And then you've got your contour shade. That's a fairly deep thing. Now I used the contour shade today right here, and I do have the blush on and the highlight as well. So that's what this palette looks like on the face. I'll get in a little closer here. So that's that. And then I've only got like one or two other products here Actually, one other product, and that's it. And that is, you know, I know I've mentioned this in the past recently, but this is the e.l.f. eyeshadow pencil. This thing is wonderful. Now, it's a little heavy, really, but it is great, and I'm going to have to pick up another one of these. These are only $2 for those that do like a brow pencil. I just did a quick little swatch there. I believe I have the taupe color, if I'm not mistaken. But, whoops. Yeah, that's one thing with the retractable. You have to make sure that you roll it back down, otherwise you're going to break it off. Let me see here. That's my one complaint about e.l.f. Their stuff is so hard to see. No, I have the neutral brown or natural brown, whatever that's called. That's what this one is. I have had the taupe in the past. That's what I like better than this here, because this is a little too dark for me. That's what I have on my brows right now. So, tell me, what are some of your favorites? You know, because I'm looking to try a new, cheap, and I do mean cheap. I don't usually spend more than $10, and even $10 is a push for me. Usually it's about $5, $6 on a foundation, but a lightweight foundation, kind of like a BB cream or something like that. So tell me, what's your favorite BB cream or lightweight, natural looking foundation? Because that's one thing I'm looking to try next month, because I am completely out of my Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch foundation, as well as, if you saw my recent Empties, Project Empties update, you know that I also finished my Maybelline Dream Pure BB cream that matched me. So, what's your favorite lightweight foundation? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to try something new. So, thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that you subscribe. Now, I told you that or I might have mentioned that there would be an announcement at the end of this video. I hope that you follow me over on Facebook. If you don't, then I'll have all that information linked down below. All my social media is always linked right down below. But if you follow me on Facebook, coming this week, I'm going to announce a giveaway that will be starting on October 1st. And that giveaway is going to run all month long. Okay? I've got to figure out like exactly how I'm going to do it, whether it's going to be through a website like Gleam or something like that, or whether I want to do it just solely on Facebook. I'm not sure yet. If you have any experience with doing giveaways like that, let me know, please, because I am interested in doing that. And I haven't gotten the prize together yet, so I do have a couple items that will be in the prize. But, you know, so please follow me on Facebook if you haven't already, so that you can see whenever I do open up that giveaway. And let me know what you think. You know, and what would you like to see here on the channel? Because I have, like I said before, I'm planning on doing a beauty for aging skin tutorial on Thursday. I'm either going to do a what's in my purse or a power of makeup. One of the two will be on Monday, meaning tomorrow. One of those two will be coming up on tomorrow. And then Friday, I'm not sure whether it's going to be a fixing thing, like where I'm fixing a powder, or whether it's going to be where I wash my makeup brushes. So let me know what you prefer to see down below. Thanks so much for watching, and you have a great day. Bye-bye. I want to thank you so much for watching this video and taking the time out of your day to do that. So, I hope that you do subscribe so that you can see whenever I do post a new video. I also hope that you follow us on all of our social media as well. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest, as well as I have a blog where I post different topics on as well that may pertain to this video, may not. I will be posting links in the section down below to where you can find that blog and find all the links to my social media, so I hope you subscribe. Thank you. Photos in this video were done by GMC Photo Editing, so I hope that you will check that page out on Facebook, and I will leave the link down below for you to click on it, so check it out and show her your support.